Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Christian. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, good day, good evening, wherever you are, whenever you're seeing this. I hope you are good. So guys, today we're going to be talking about the new moon in Taurus that's going to be rolling around on May 7th. This is such a great time to manifest, to be mindful of what's around you, to take your power back, to recognize certain things, look at certain things from a different perspective, and then some, okay? We always know that new moons are the time to create and start new things from scratch. We have a blank slate in the sky, which represents new beginnings in our life, whereas full moons are times for reflection, release, and then some. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. Of course, I'm going to be doing private new moon readings. If you're interested, you can send $30. Check down below in the description box to see where you can get your reading. You guys know in all of my readings, we answer 3 questions. So this reading is going to be about how you can shift your perspective, what's coming for you in terms of, what blessings are on the way, and also how you can honor your present situation. So again, how you can honor your present, what blessings are on the way, and how you can shift your perspective. So if you guys are interested in private new moon and Taurus readings, check down below. They're $30, and I'm going to be sending those out every day this week. Also, guys, we're going to be starting a new book in the book club in a couple of weeks, so make sure you guys check it out. Enlighten Reads on Instagram if you want to get into it. And I also just uploaded a YouTube video for all of my entrepreneurs about how to stand out in business. It's the last video I uploaded right underneath this one. So if you guys want to see how to stand out in business, if you're a service provider, if you're a business owner or an influencer, then get into it. There's a lot of great gems there. If you guys are interested in following my business coaching Instagram, make sure you get into it. But yes, there's going to be new podcast episodes. I just uploaded the 50th podcast episode this week. So we're at 50 episodes, so get into it even more into the pod. But yes, I love y'all. I thank you guys for your support and for everything that you guys are helping me understand and realize and visualize. I appreciate you guys so much. So let's go ahead and get into this new moon. So this new moon in Taurus, May 7th, this new moon in Taurus is bringing us a lot of energies of looking around at what we have and making it happen no matter what. It's the energy of making yourself grounded, making yourself solid, making yourself secure, even if it feels like you're in a space where things are all over the place. This is a time to create new inspiration based off of things that are already surrounding you. This is also a time, I think, to focus on your reality, make the most of your reality, love your reality, fall back in love with your current situation, no matter what that looks like. Make it work for you, get connected to where you are, and recognize the power in the present. Also, this is a time to shift our perspective and recognize what we have around us, the opportunities that we may be overlooking, or the things that we feel we may need, to get to a certain finish line. We may have some things that we can use right now to get us to where we want to be. So this Taurus energy is going to be very, very powerful to get our minds right, get our energies right, and give us what we need to create in the space that we're going to be in right now. This is also going to be a time of new opportunities. So if you've been feeling afraid or feeling like you're not good enough or you're not ready or whatever, you might be in a situation where, God might be saying, well, I'm going to give you an opportunity soon. So let's see if you really think you're not ready or if you're going to take advantage of this opportunity. Because sometimes we feel like we're not ready. We feel like we don't have what it takes. And then an opportunity presents itself and we give ourselves a chance to kind of surprise ourselves, or we give ourselves a chance to show up. And I feel like we're definitely going to be in that space now where you're going to have an opportunity to give yourself a chance to show up. You're going to have a chance to give yourself a chance to, really prove yourself wrong if you've been feeling like you aren't good enough or you don't have enough. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. I do have some cards that we're going to be getting into, but first, I just wanted to kind of give you guys the downloads of some things that have been coming to me as I've been thinking about this new moon. And the biggest thing that came was stop trying to change reality. I feel like so many of us, we have all of these stipulations and all of these problems and issues and things that we can't navigate around surrounding our goals. And when you look at your goals in a sense of obstacles, you're only going to create more obstacles for yourself. How do you think you're going to create, or what do you think you're going to create rather, if you spend your time thinking about what you want to bring into your life and every thought after that is stress, fear, doubt, confusion, problems, issues, all different types of things that could possibly happen. You don't even have the energy to think about what could happen if you make it to the finish line. I guarantee you, if you spend all of your time stressing about something, you haven't even thought about how you're going to celebrate. And that celebration is going to bring you closer to what you want, not focusing on the current situation from a space of desperation or from a space of sadness. We really have to be mindful of the things that we have around us. We complain that we're not doing enough or that we don't have enough or what have you. And in reality, we are right where we're supposed to be. And there's a bigger lesson there for us. Maybe the lesson isn't you do A, B, C, and D, and now you're a millionaire for the rest of your life enjoy, be happy, have a good one. Maybe that's not the lesson for you. Maybe that's not the lesson for anybody. I feel like what we want life to be and how we want these goals to be is not about how it really, really is. And we get attached to certain things because of the outcome or because of the finish line. And that focus on that finish line, even though you need to have the finish line in your sights, but you have to find your balance. You want to be in the present moment because this is where you're supposed to do the work, but you don't want to be harboring on your present surroundings to a sense where you're not able to see past them. And what I mean by see past them is not imagine you're in something else. Imagine that the things that you have right now are enough. If you feel like, oh, I can't start my YouTube because I don't have a camera yet, but you have a phone that has a camera on it. It doesn't matter if it's a great camera, like it might not be a Sony, whatever, but it might be a decent camera. So you already have something at your disposal if you want it to be at your disposal. If you want to write a book, but you don't know anything about publishing, you don't know anything about editing, you don't even know how much it is to get started, you don't even know how to protect your writing, I bet you have a pencil, I bet you have a pen, I bet you can start writing or jotting down some notes or doing something. This new moon is saying, shut up with what you can't do and what you don't have. Make it work. That's literally what this new moon is saying. Make it work. Because if you decide you can make it work, then guess what? It's going to work. We are the ones that decides what's enough for us. If you feel like you can't make it to the top until you get X, Y, and Z, you're never going to make it to the top until you make that, because you've told yourself that. You've told yourself that. So that means that you're not going to take it seriously until you have those things. You're not going to make it a priority until you have X, Y, and Z. You might not even really believe in it until you have X, Y, and Z. You decide what's truthful for you and what's not. You have it in your head that you're not going to be able to make any money in your business unless you're getting 1 million views a month. That might not be the truth. I'm going to tell you it's definitely not the truth. But if you decide that, then that's what you're going to bring to you, because what you think, your genuine hope, is going to determine your effort and your attitude. That's why you can't really be motivated or disciplined into doing things, because you don't even see the benefit for real. You don't even feel like you're going to reap the benefits until you're years and years and years and years and years and years later down the line. And this is something that I deal with in being active. And I always use working out and eating healthy and living a healthy lifestyle as an example for goals and stuff. But that's been one of my goals forever. And that's probably why I always use it. But I always have a hard time committing to the gym or committing to any healthy anything, because I feel like it's going to take so long for me to reap the benefits. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm going to have to do this for so long, and I'm going to spend so much time not seeing anything, versus me being like, you know what, this is going to change my life every time I do it. So now every time I do it, I'm looking for it to change my life. I'm looking for it to make me feel better. I'm expecting something out of it. And your expectation matters so much more than you think it does. Seriously. Our expectation pushes us forward in a way where even when the motivation isn't there, the discipline isn't there, the expectation is what keeps you going and keeps you believing, because you're expecting it. If you're expecting something great is going to come to you. Period. If you expect something great is going to come to you. Some of us just need to expect more right now. And that doesn't mean that you have to expect the numbers or expect the dollar amount or expect those tangible things that we really have no control over. I think we need to focus on what we really want these things to bring us. You can have freedom of your time and of your finances without making $1 million a year, contrary to belief. You can have the love of your life without this person being whatever. You can reach what you want and make the friendships you want without doing X, Y, and Z. If we are only looking at one path or one thing to kind of be what it needs to be for us, we exclude so many of those different possibilities. And the reality is, the path that you're on right now is a path that you're on. So if you want to make a YouTube channel and you ain't got no camera and you ain't got no money to get no camera, and you're not going to be able to have the money to get a $600 or $700 camera in the foreseeable future, that's not possible for you. Like I always say, why make that a stipulation that you have to align your goals with? Why say I need this $700 camera when you're not going to get that $700 camera? Why not say I can create right now like I have a $700 camera? If I had that $1,000 camera, I'd be filming every day. I'd be taking pictures every day. I'd be really making sure I'm editing my stuff nicely. I'd be making sure I'm presenting my stuff in a really good way. You could do that right now before you even get there. It doesn't have to look exactly as you want it to look. Just make sure you're being who you need to be. It doesn't matter if the surroundings aren't giving. Make sure you're giving. Because in the end, I don't know. In the end, if you're really chasing likes and engagement and the dollar amount than whatever, then I don't know what to tell you. You may end up stepping into it because people have manifested dollar amounts before. I've done it. So hey, you can do it. But there's so much more to your manifestations and to your purpose and to your goals than those numbers. And when you reach those numbers, you'll realize that. And I think that we have to get to the point where we don't even care about the numbers before we step into it. When I made 6 figures, I didn't even know I made 6 figures. I wasn't even calculating my money every month. I didn't know I made 6 figures till I did taxes the following year. You know, I wasn't checking that dollar amount, and I made the most money that I've ever made. You know, so I think that, and to be honest, if you look at your life, or if anybody looks at their life, there are spaces where you stepped into really, really big blessings and you didn't do nothing. You was just happy as a clam, living your life, not even expecting nothing or thinking about nothing or planning on anything. Not even expecting anything or thinking about anything or planning anything. And if you were expecting something, maybe you were just expecting to be taken care of, or you were just expecting things to continue down a peaceful path. You know, your expectation doesn't have to be huge, but you at least have to expect to feel good about yourself when you're doing good or when you're doing bad. You at least should expect to be proud of yourself no matter what the numbers say. You should at least expect to keep trying even when it doesn't work with the first 2 people you try it with. You know, if you, and I feel like people do this a lot in dating, where they have a bunch of bad experiences in dating and they're just like, when is this going to work? When is this going to work? When is this going to work? You do realize that there's only one person out there for you, right? You only have one person that's going to be who you need. It's not going to be 20. It's not going to be 15. It's not going to be 2 or 3. It's one person. You have one life partner. That is it. So what are the chances that you're going to have a bunch of great experiences? Not really, right? That doesn't make any sense. The chances are that you're going to have one great experience. The experience. That's it. Everything that you step into is not going to be a great experience because it's not the experience. It's not. And we also have to recognize if we're ready. You know, that's why gratitude is so important, because if you can't be grateful right now, appreciate right now, then how can you expect to get more? Because what's going to happen when you lose more? Or what's going to happen when you get comfortable with your more, and now your more is your regular and it's not enough for you and you want more? Then what? You know, satisfaction in the moment, gratitude in the moment, hope and joy and faith and happiness and excitement in the motherfucking moment is what brings you the money, is what brings you the satisfaction, the goals, the abundance, the love, the happiness. Like, the easiest way to bring things into your life is to bring love into your life, bring happiness into your life. You know, love yourself, love the people around you, and love your life. Appreciate your space and honor your space. That's the best way to set yourself up for success. Don't look around and pick at everything and complain about everything that you see and feel sadness every time you look at yourself in the mirror or look at your life. Don't feel that way about yourself, and don't feel that way about what you've done. If you're more present in the moment, you'll recognize that you actually have more ability and more capability than you think you really do. You know, I think we also have to recognize that you are a part of your goal. You are a part of your goals. So your goals can't happen unless you show up. So don't think that things are going to happen without you. Don't think that, you know, everybody else is going to get theirs and you're not going to get yours. Everything is happening as it's supposed to, and you're going to get yours before somebody. You know, there's people that don't have internet right now and they can't watch these videos to even get inspired to start their YouTube channel. And you have the opportunity to do that. I had to start my YouTube channel for you to start yours, and you had to start yours for someone to see yours and start theirs. You know, someone has to become a doctor for someone to have them as their doctor and be inspired and say, I want to help people like this person helps people. You know, there has to be a chain of events. You know, there has to be an order in which things happen. And I think our problem is wanting things right now. And I think our problem is also satisfaction in things that aren't, you know, stable or things that aren't consistent. That's why you have to have so much attachment to the present moment, because the present moment is the thing that's real. So focus on what's real. We can't focus on these goals that are going to change, because if you have a goal of 100 subscribers, you're going to get those 100 subscribers, and then what? You'll have another goal, right? If you have a goal of getting a boyfriend, you get a boyfriend. If you have a goal of getting engaged, now you're engaged. Goal of getting married, now you're married. Goal of doing this, now you're doing this. You never even get to enjoy those things because you're constantly going from one thing to one thing to one thing to one thing to one thing without really allowing yourself to embrace every single moment and every single stage. Because some of us, we miss out on whole decades of our lives, 5, 6, 7 years, because in that time you were never in the moment. You were always looking ahead and thinking ahead and wanting more. You were never able to appreciate the space that you're in. You know, how many of us had a goal of wanting to move out for so long, and you've moved out of your house, out of your parents' house, or out of wherever you've moved, and you're thinking about the next place you want to get, or you're thinking about this, and you haven't even really said, like, I did this myself. Like, it doesn't matter how old you are, it doesn't matter what level of accomplishment you've reached, there is someone that wants to do what you have done. What your failure is someone's win. It's someone's win. If you feel like it's a failure for you to, try to have a conversation with somebody and maybe they turn and walk away and they don't want to be your friend and don't want to speak to you, someone could see it as a win to just trying to speak to somebody, even if it doesn't even go the same way. So your perspective really has to be what keeps you grounded, because nothing else is really going to stay, forever. Things are changing moment to moment, so you want to be present in where you are, and you want to be okay in where you are and be satisfied in where you are, because where you are is going to change. You don't want to feel like this one moment in time is the best moments that's ever happened to you, and you don't want to feel like you're waiting on that moment. You can create the best moment, the best day, the best time right here, right now, just by deciding it, just by speaking it, and just by knowing it in your heart. So yeah, I think this is always an opportunity for us to recreate differently and change differently, but definitely right now. I think that perspective is really important as always, and gratitude is really important, and we have to make sure that we're creating from the right space. A lot of us are just not really that convinced that we can do these things that we want to do. We don't really have the faith that we're expecting the world to have in us. When we don't get the views, or when people don't like us, or when we don't get the reaction from somebody that we thought we were going to get, we immediately doubt ourselves and throw ourselves to the wayside and think that it's all gone to shit. When we don't have to do that. When we can say, wait, how can I pour into myself more? What can I give myself? How can I connect with myself? Like, what am I not doing enough of? How can I do more, and where can I do more? So yeah, I think overall we have to just give ourselves a break and accept the current space that we're in and know that it is enough. Know that it's enough. Stop trying to change the current reality. So let's go ahead and get into these cards, guys. Alrighty, guys. So I have 4 stacks of Oracle cards that we're going to get into. Let's go ahead and get started with the Angel Answers Oracle. So the first card that I have for you guys is Perfect Timing. So perfect timing. You're right where you need to be. You have the things that you need to be, so don't feel like you don't. Stop playing with yourself. We also have romance. So I feel like some of us are being called to let some love in and be more open with love, and, just be more open with love. Be more open for love that's going to show up for you in different ways. Love just isn't romantic. We have some romantic love coming here, but the seeds to romantic love are planted when we have love in other areas of our life. So welcome in some love. We also have peaceful resolution. So it's definitely a time to accept certain things for what they need to be, let go and move on. We also have no and big happy changes. So I feel this no. There could be something that we're going to be having to let go of, something that we're going to be having to release. So just be open to let go of whatever is not serving you. We have so many great energies here of this peaceful resolution, the perfect timing, the romance, and the big happy changes. I think it's only normal or expected that we're going to have something that we're going to have to shut down in all of these things, because we have to have tests, that come into our lives when we are on our journey to success. Whatever you're trying to accomplish, you're going to be tested, because you need certain skills to maintain whatever you're going to be getting at the finish line. So there's going to be tests along the way, things that you're going to have to do and think about and focus on and what have you, to make sure that you're prepared once you get there. So I feel like this there could be somebody coming from the past with this peaceful resolution, and maybe you'll have the opportunity to either just shake hands with this person or walk away, or continue to engage with them. So you could want to be, mindful about that. Also in romance, possibly. I feel like if some of us are in relationships, you may be tempted to kind of regress a little bit and maybe do something that you said you weren't going to do anymore. Whether this is not communicate, doubt this person, let your insecurities get the best of you, what have you. But we have that no coming up. So I feel like it could also be about that. And also with perfect timing and big happy changes, I think the perfect timing also could kind of have that no attached to it, because we know what it's the perfect timing for. So don't play yourself. Trust your intuition and trust the alignment. And I think if you do that, your yeses will be yeses and your no's will be no's. And I believe that in the Bible it says somewhere, let your yeas be yeas and your no's be no's, or your nays be nays, or what have you. And it's very important to say what you mean and mean what you say. And I feel like some of us have been very flip-floppy on certain things. Like, we feel like it's the right time to do this, and then we doubt it when it starts going wrong. And we feel like it's the right time to do this, and then we doubt it. And then we want to do this, and then we doubt it. So I feel like your energies are saying, whatever you're stepping into, stick with it and don't give up like you've been doing in the past. Keep moving forward, and I think you'll really be able to, get some really, really big benefits. So yes, the Angel Answers Oracle. Let's go ahead and get into the Energy Oracle deck as well. So for the Energy Oracle deck, I have man holding a heart and woman holding a coin. We have the man holding a heart and we have the woman holding a coin. So I feel like with both of these energies, balance is very important, because typically, we'll have the woman holding a heart, which means a woman offering some romance, some love, and we'll have the man holding a coin, which means a man with a lot of money. So in this situation, we have a woman kind of stepping into this security provider role, holding a coin, offering something, and then we have this man offering love and, emotional security and emotional intelligence. So I think we're going to be having a fusion of our divine feminine and our divine masculine, or divine feminine and sacred masculine, however you want to get into it. But I think that this is a chance to, if you've been focusing on your masculine too much, or if you've been in your masculine energy too much, step into that feminine energy. And also, if you've been in your feminine energy too much, welcome in some of that masculine to help you problem solve and help you critical think. I also think that we could be, possibly getting a new job. You might have a woman offering you an opportunity or offering you a bag. And similarly with this man holding a heart, some of us, we have romance. So you can have a man coming into your life, or someone just letting you know, hey, I want to be with you. So be on the lookout. We have people bringing us love and money and financial opportunities. We also have Angel of Balance and Garden in the Gate. So just like I mentioned with this Angel of Balance, it's so important to have balance in your life. It's so important to be able to do a little bit of everything and feel comfortable in all of these different spaces. So I really feel like our energies want us to dig deep and be mindful of how we're showing up, and make sure that we're not spending too much time in one energy. If you've been very, very focused on something, focus, and everything's been burning down around you, you just kept that focus, that's good. But you want to give yourself time to cry. You want to give yourself time to release and time to welcome in that feminine energy so you can feel and heal. And if you've been feeling and crying, eventually you're going to have to get yourself together and say, let me think about this objectively so I can move on past this. So finding that balance in those energies, and also making sure that you have enough for you at the end of the day. If you've been giving, you want to make sure that you are, keeping a little bit for yourself and making sure you're getting what you need. And again, with the Garden in the Gate, the Garden in the Gate is such a beautiful card, because this person is on the outside of this gate, if you guys can see, and they have all of this abundance behind them, but they're right on the outside of the gate. So this card is basically saying, be patient as you're waiting for your time. Be patient while you're waiting on your turn, and just appreciate what you're stepping into before you even get there. Marvel at it, appreciate it, think about it, dream about it. Like, there's a gift in being able to just think about and daydream about what you want all day, like letting your imagination run wild and being excited about what's being prepared for you, versus being like, oh my God, I'm ready to get in. We know you're ready. You know you're ready. Everybody knows you're ready. Of course, you want the good things. We all want the good things. But the important thing is to be able to wait and be patient, so we step into things when we need to and as we need to as well. Because you guys have some stuff that you have to do. Like I said, the Angel of Balance, you guys need some balance in your life. You need to pull your energy a little bit back from somebody or something that might be taking too much. So you want to make sure you deal with that before you step into this next journey. You do not want to bring these problems and these doubts into where you're going. Also, we have Door to Value. So of course we have a bag coming in with Door to Value, and then we have our fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael. So your fourth chakra is your heart chakra. All relationships, trust, holding grudges, love, how you feel about others, how you connect with others, all relationships. The relationship you have with money, with food, with shopping, with friends, with family, with romance, with your past, with God, everything. So definitely relationships are coming into play. And we have a time here to be mindful about how we want to move and how we want to navigate as we're stepping into these new spaces. And we also have Door to Value. Door to Value. So this is letting you know that there's some coin on the way. You guys will be getting a new job, stepping into some more abundance. And we actually had the Garden in the Gate is card 30, if you guys can see. And then the Door to Value is card 31. So this person is patiently waiting, and then, the Door to Value opens up before them. So be patient and wait, because some of y'all might be waiting until you change your attitude. You ever had your parents say that to you? Like, oh, come back in here when you change your attitude. Get your attitude together and then come back around. That's what some of y'all are having to do. Some of y'all aren't able to get your blessings because your attitude has not changed. Change your attitude, okay? Next, let's get into the tea leaf oracle. As always, we have gone, an exciting event. So definitely feel like there's going to be something with job on the way, something good coming up, or just a chance for you guys to have fun, party, live it up. We have October. So you guys could possibly be connected with someone that's born in October, or October could just be a big month for you guys. Or if you're planning to do something at the end of the year, if you have a goal to move or whatever, October could be something good to keep in mind. We also have leg, of course. This says stepping into a new experience. You guys already know new experiences are on the way. We also have purse. Pay attention to your finances, of course. Be mindful of who you giving your money, who is checking your pockets, how much money you giving, how much money you spending. Be mindful of your finances. Make sure you're being mindful of your finances as you prepare. And we also have secret admirer. So we have this romance and secret admirer energy, so you guys could have a secret admirer that you could be connecting with. We also have woman, dealings or relationships with a woman. Some of you guys, the secret admirer could be a woman that's going to be expressing her love for you. And we also have, or a woman that you're going to be starting a friendship with. Be open to meeting people. Some of us could be having this resolution with a woman as well, that peaceful resolution. And we also have fox, okay? Shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. So you guys are going to be able to handle these problems very, very effectively. And I feel like your energies are also saying, why are you even worried when you know you're good in business? Why are you even worried when you know you can flip this and turn this and save this and make this stretch and do all of this? You don't have any reason to worry. So some of you guys need to remember how far you've come, and you need to be mindful of the good decisions that you've already been making. If you guys are already resourceful, if you already know that you can handle certain issues, then stop stressing. Think about the things that you've experienced and let that be an example for you, or a testament that you can continue to push forward. And the last 3 cards that I have for you guys, the Sacred Self-Care Oracle deck, we have rest. We have deep breathing. And last, we have look for fairies. So anytime I get the look for fairies card, this just says to me, look for the magic in life. So look for angel numbers, look for synchronicities, look for the spirit animals, pay attention to your dreams and pay attention to your intuition and your discernment as you're in this space. But rest and also deep breathing. So breath work is going to be good as well. So yeah, I think meditation could really be benefiting us in this space. If you guys want to create, make sure you are being grateful for what you have. Make sure you're challenging yourself to look at what you have and figure out how to make that work. Don't make a goal for yourself to, let me do this and do this. No. Don't even worry about, I want to save this so I can start. No. What can you do right now? If you ain't got no money, then what can you do for free? What can you do for free that will help you meet your goals? Even if it means praying, even if it means checking out some books at the library, even if it means using the computers at the library, even if it means joining, like a Facebook group, or joining like an advice group where you can ask questions about different things that you may need to know. Whatever the case may be, you can make it work. It's up to you to make it work, and it's up to you to decide that you're going to make it work no matter what. So I hope you guys are feeling pumped about this new moon in Taurus. I feel like, again, this is going to be a great time to create from a beautiful space. It's going to be a great time to trust that you have what it takes to create and to make things happen. So yes, I hope that you guys are feeling good and just enjoying the spaces that we're in. Again, we have this new moon in Taurus on May 7th. If you guys want to get a private reading to see what blessings are on the way, how you can shift your perspective, and also how you can honor your present moment a little bit more, check down below in the description box. Send your $30 to Zelle or PayPal. Sorry that I don't have Cash App anymore, guys. They literally deleted my account. I can't believe they play with me. Hopefully I get it back, but who knows? For right now, we just have Zelle and PayPal, guys. Sorry about that. But I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. There's a link down below where you can get into it. You can check into the readings, all of that, and then some, the podcast, the book club. We're about to start a new book in the book club very, very soon. So make sure you guys get into it. I appreciate you guys, and I love y'all as always. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys. Bless.